Good morning, everyone. We will get started as soon as courtroom two gets on with us. Good morning, Ms. Lewis.
Good morning, Judge. We do have a Russian interpreter on one of our cases today.
Okay.
I think that's going to be. Position
Lewis is
five,
position 4 and 5.
4 and 5. Thank you, Melissa. Yeah. Did you get the announcements, Judge, the PD announcements?
I did, thank you. And Madam Interpreter, thank you for being here this morning. We'll be with you as soon as possible. Thank you. Ms. Greenhouse, good to see you as well. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, we'll get started as soon as courtroom two gets on with us. Good morning, Miss Grace. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Would you mind calling courtroom 2 and seeing what the holdup is for us?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. White. How are you today?
Good morning, Judge. Good, you?
I'm doing well, thank you. We have your interpreter on the line for your case, so whenever you all have situated and have the person here, we can make accommodations for you.
He's not in here at this point yet. Oh, yes, he is. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm good. So I'm gonna need to speak with him with the interpreter, obviously, so I don't know how we want to handle that.
Do you have or does anybody, do you have your laptop there with you or not?
Oh, my laptop does not work at the jail.
Okay. Um, Possibly we can put you in another room. Can we do that?
Yeah, I'm getting the affirmative on that, yes.
Okay, all right. So Madam Interpreter will be with you as soon as we can. Anyone in courtroom 2 that we can go ahead and start taking this morning?
Commissioner White? Yeah.
We go to Mr. White, positions 51, 52.
And this is going to be a negotiated plea.
That's correct, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. White. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. I need to swear you in, sir. So can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, Mr. White. Good morning, Ms. Harrison.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Whenever you're ready.
The state's recommendation for position 51 is 12 months probation concurrent with case 25 CR 003867C, which is position 52, a stay away from King's Food and Liquor at 464 Windsor Street, Southwest Atlanta. This is a global offer, again with case 25 CR 003867C. The state's recommendation in position 52 is 12 months served 32 days, credit for time served 16 days from July 7th of 2025, balance probated, a BHET, a stay away from BP gas station at 464 Windsor Street, Southwest Atlanta, completion of 40 hours of community service. We ask that the defendant stipulate to venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we just ask the probation terminate upon completion of the requirements.
The state has no objection.
Okay. Mr. White, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003319C, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, and in case 25 CR 003867C, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Yeah.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir. Could I say something before we start, Your Honor?
Say it. We've already started, Mr. White. So yes, Mr. White. So if you want to talk to your counsel there, you can talk to him.
Judge, I spoke with Mr. White yesterday. He does have some housing issues, and I told him we'd have a social worker speak to him. There is not a social worker here yet this morning, but we do have some paperwork that I can give him to help him potentially find housing. That's his concern. He's not sure that he's going to be able to complete the probation because of this.
And Your Honor, they already give me a house, they already give me a place to stay. I mean, I already got paperwork for housing, apartment or housing. I've been asking the people at Mercy Care and at Presbyterian Church, and I want to see them about housing. They already give me they already recommended me for a place to stay, and I've been asking people to help me to get a place to stay. I went to Mercy Care. Mercy Care wanted to help me by Presbyterian. That's where my mail and everything at. I'm trying to get my mail, so by I asking people to help me, but nobody want to help me.
Your Honor.
Okay, um,
Your Honor.
so, yes, good morning, Ms. Glenn.
I'm Ms. Glenn. I'm one of the social workers here at Fulton County Public Defender's Office. I'll put his name on the list if he needs me to come and see him.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Glenn. I
You're welcome.
appreciate that.
I already got it.
So, Mr. White, we're gonna see if we can get you some services, okay? All right? Are you with me, Mr. White?
I'm asking for help, but nobody will help me, but I'll go to jail real quickly when I ask for help.
Okay, so we're gonna see if we can get you some help, okay?
Yes, sir.
So you have Miss Yolanda Glenn here who's volunteered.
I have a voucher to give
Come
me
and-
a state, and nobody will help me out.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna see if we can get you some help, okay? So
So I'm
you're
asking.
welcome. Okay. My last question for you, Mr. White, is has anybody forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir, I plead guilty because I want to talk to you myself about my condition where I am now. I want you to, because everybody I went to for help, Mercy Care and Presbyterian Church for help, nobody want to help me. So I want to talk to you personally and tell you my
Okay.
problem.
I understand, so we'll see if we can get you some help. Also, you understand that you cannot go back to that BP gas station or to that King's Food and Liquor, okay? Do not go back there.
I understand that. Could I say something, sir? I wasn't onto the property. I was by the store, send somebody onto the property. I wasn't on the property. I was on the sidewalk to get that.
Okay. So why don't we just so that there's no no mistake in the past, just don't go anywhere close to those two places, okay? Because I don't want to see you back here again.
I don't want
Okay,
to be like you either. I try to get my life together. Somebody help me get my life back to street. They give me a voucher to move in the place, and I keep asking for help. I done went to the Presbyterian Church. I went to Mercy Care, and nobody.
okay, I understand. So we're gonna see if we can help you this time. You can unmute there again for me, courtroom two, please, so I can speak with him. So, Mr. White, I'm not gonna accept this plea as negotiated because I don't believe that the community service is necessary for you. So I am not gonna have you do any community service. I am gonna have you do that BHET, and we're all gonna get you some housing, give you some information on housing. I'm gonna waive all the probation fees while you're getting that BHET done, so that you won't have to worry about paying that. So once you have the BHET done, then I'll have the probation terminate. But you have to listen to me now. I don't want you going back to either of those two places because I don't want to see you back here again, okay?
I want to see you myself, so I can tell you what my problem was, so I can get some help. I want
Okay.
to see you myself and talk to you about my problem, why in the street, and I got a voucher to move in a place or apartment, and nobody would help me. I don't went to Presbyterian, I don't went to Mercy Care, and nobody still don't help me out.
Okay, so I understand. We're gonna see, and you've gotten the chance to talk to me now. Have you said everything that you need to say to me?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, good luck to you, Mr. White. I wish you the best, okay?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Francois. How are you today?
Good. I hope you're doing well.
Yes,
Judge, I have
thank you.
petition number 14, Miss Aisha George. And just FYI, her hands are cuffed to the back, so she's not going to be able to raise her right hand.
Okay, thank you. And yes, Miss Tucker, good morning. What are we doing with Miss George today?
Good morning, Your Honor. It's going to be a negotiated plea.
Okay. Good morning, Miss George. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay. Yes, thank you, ma'am. And you'll have to speak up a bit for me, but I heard you. Thank you. Good morning, Miss Falk.
Good morning, Your Honor. As for Miss Aisha George, Count one, the willful obstruction is 12 months served 62 days, credit for time served 31 days from June 22nd, 2025 until today. Balance probated, a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service. Stay away from piercing the city located at 906 Cleveland Avenue in East Point. No further contact with Ronald George. On count two, the willful obstruction, 12 months served 62 days, credit for time served 31 days, and a $300 fine. Count three will merge with count one, and count four will be 12 months concurrent with count one and an ADET. The state would request the defense stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. Your Honor, we are willing to change count two to just time served so that she only has one fine instead of two. And we would like to sound for Mr. Ronald George at this time if he is here and available. That's all for the state.
Make sure that, Ms. Lewis,
Yes, sir.
did you get all that?
Yeah, they, position number two is gonna be changed to time served and, of course, you won't have to pay another fine. And I think that's only changed. The other,
Right.
the rest of the conditions are still the same, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make sure that the paperwork was
Yes.
proper, and it's Ronald George. Thank you, Ms. Lewis. If Mr. Ronald George is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Yes, Ms. Tucker.
Yes, Your Honor, we do stipulate to the facts for the purposes of the plea, and we request that upon completion of the conditions that she go non-reporting.
State has no objection.
Just so the court is clear, pleading guilty to 2 counts of willful obstruction of law enforcement officers and possession and use of drug-related objects. Is that right?
That would be correct, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Nothing further. Ms. George, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003477J, you wish to plead guilty to 2 counts of willful obstruction of law enforcement officers and possession and use of drug-related objects. Is that correct? Say it again, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
I'm not.
You represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, I did understand that.
Has anybody forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, they did not.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, ma'am. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay those fees, okay? All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Also, Judge, we have one more from, it's gonna be position number 12 and 13, Ms. Fields.
Okay. And this is also going to be a negotiated plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Fields. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand so that I can swear you in, ma'am? Thank you. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Scooch up or speak louder for me, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. You can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. On the willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, 12 months served 36 days. Credit for time served 18 days from April 16th to April 18th of 2024 and July 8th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, a $300 fine in count 2, 12 months concurrent with count 1. Stay away from the Chevron located at 1521 Peachtree Street Northeast in Atlanta, We are agreeable with probation going non-reporting after the completion of the payment of the fine. And we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. At the conclusion of the plea, position number 13 will be null prost. That's all for the state.
Ms. Tucker?
We do stipulate to the facts for the purposes of the plea. And Your Honor, we would like to request that the $300 fine be transformed into 40 hours of community service if the state is agreeable with that, as well as waiving the first 3 months of probation fees to allow for her to accumulate income.
How much, Ms. Tucker, how much community service did you say?
40 hours of community service.
The state would agree to 30 hours of community service. Usually it's 10 hours per $100.
Okay,
So we're agreeable to that.
thank you.
Okay. So I will convert it to community service. She should be able to get through that community service relatively quick. So I'm not going to waive any fees, but I will have it go non-reporting. Okay. Ms. Fields, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 001971A, you wish to plead guilty to willful obstruction of law enforcement officers and criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Are
sir.
you, I thank you, ma'am. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Sir, I have a question for you.
You can,
Go ahead, go ahead. I would like to know what you mean by community service for 100 hours, and then I still have to pay.
no, ma'am, you won't have to pay, okay? So you'll just, it's only 30 hours of community service, okay?
And then
So-
how often?
In total, 30 hours in total that you'll have to complete. We discussed it yesterday instead of the fine.
I know, but how often do I have to go in to do community service?
Oh, okay.
You'll work that out with the probation, so or with whomever you're doing the community service with. So, and you'll just have to stay on probation until you complete all those 30 hours, okay? And as soon as you complete the 30 hours, then this probation is going to go to a non-reporting status, so you're not going to have to report to probation, okay? Yeah, okay. So you understand all that, Ms. Fields? Okay. May I continue with? Are we ready to continue? Okay, I think my last question to you was, you've been represented by Ms. Tucker there. Are you happy with what she's done for you? Okay. You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
So yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you to plead guilty?
So no, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Fields. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank
Francois,
Yes, sir. Yes,
we
Judge.
have on position number 15, do you have Elisa Gaddis there?
Yeah, I have to just go get everybody else. I just want to
Oh, okay.
first and then
All
get
right.
to my people.
Okay, I was just making sure. Thank you.
Judge, real quick, Miss Aisha George wanted to make sure that she was going to be released. I don't know if she has anything else holding her.
I can check, Your Honor.
Thank you.
This should release her. I don't see any holds or anything else other than the charges that she just pled to.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Who do we have next?
Position 19, Mr. Hughley. Let's negotiate a plea, Judge.
Thank you. Morning, Mr. Hughley. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand so that I can swear you in, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can place your hand down, Mr. Hughley. Yes, Ms. Fall.
Yes, Your Honor. On Mr. Hughley's case, the state's recommendation on the criminal trespass is 12 months served 34 days, credit for time served 17 days from July 5th, 2025 until today. Balance probated 40 hours of community service, either a social worker visit or BHET. Stay away from the Circle K gas station located at 100 Lakewood Way, Southwest in Atlanta. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purpose of the plea. The social worker already saw him after first appearance, my understanding. So we just ask that the probation terminate once he completes his 40 hours of community service.
And he needed assistance with housing, is that right, Mr. White, or?
No, Judge.
No. No.
Okay. So he's telling me that he does have a place to reside. Is that right, Mr. White?
That's correct. That's what he told me yesterday.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Mr. Hughley, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003824E, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Are you under the influence? Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No. No.
You've been represented by Mr. White there. Are you happy with what he's done for you?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No. No.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Hughley. I'm gonna waive the probation fees for you to help you get and stay on your feet, and as soon as you get that community service done, then the probation will terminate. So the sooner you get that done, the sooner you're not gonna be on probation, okay?
All right.
All right.
Excuse me, Judge. I need a clarification. Mr. White, is he gonna need a social work visit
No,
or a BHT? Which one is he doing? Is he-
He's already had the social worker visit, so he's completed that
Okay, so there's no BHT.
requirement. Okay, no, it was either or, so apparently he's already had the visit, so,
Okay, I just want to make sure
All
I'm writing it up right.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Hughley, good luck to you, sir.
All right.
thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Next is position 33. The Modelo. Yes.
This is a negotiation.
Okay, thank you. Yes, good morning, Mr. Mudilu. You have been charged in case 25 CR 003878E with simple battery and simple assault. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir?
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
No, sir.
Did you hear my question?
Yes, I did. I would like to sue the officer who arrested me because I don't have a problem with him. He punched me under my bone. And that was really painful.
Okay.
We can proceed.
Okay, Mr. White, are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so my question to you, sir, is do you swear or affirm that you're going to tell the truth?
Yes,
I
sir.
need a yes, yes, okay. So you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Okay. Yes, Ms. Harrison.
Yes, Your Honor. Count one, state's recommendation is 12 months, served 60 days, credit for time served 15 days. The defendant has been incarcerated since July 8th. Balance will be probated, completion of a 12-week anger management course, a BHET, no further contact with Demai Williams, a stay away from 285 Peachtree Center Avenue, Northeast Atlanta. And count two will merge with count one. We ask that the defendant stipulates a venue ID and facts of the case for purposes of the plea, and we would like to sound for Demai Williams at this time, Your Honor, and that'll be all for the state.
Mr. Williams is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Does not appear so. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we ask that you accept the plea as negotiated. We do stipulate, for the purpose of the plea, and we would ask that the probation terminate once it completes his requirements.
Okay. Mr. Madalu, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003878E, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery. Is that right?
Sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
No, sir.
So was that a yes or no?
That was an ad, Judge.
Okay, so are you not satisfied with what Mr. White has done for you, sir?
He's asking if you're okay with the representation that I provided.
180.
Tell him.
8 days. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me ask the question again. So you've been represented by Mr. White. Are you satisfied with what he has done for you?
I've been here for life, what?
Yes or no?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Has anybody forced you to plead guilty?
I'm not getting to. This is here.
Okay, so if you're not guilty, sir, I cannot accept a guilty plea from you. So what we're gonna have to do is I'm gonna return this case to the division judge, and you will get notification of your next hearing date. Mr. White, if you want to file a waiver in the matter.
Waiver, Judge. I'm going to speak to him again. This is Judge Morrison's courtroom.
Okay.
Maybe
If-
a long
If
time.
Okay, if he changes his mind, then I'm happy to go forward.
Right.
All right, thank you, sir.
Next is positions 34 through 38. Mr. Neal.
It's a negotiated plea, Judge.
Okay. Yes, good morning, Mr. Neal. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, so I can swear you in? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I'm sorry, is that a yes? Okay, thank you. You can place your hand down, Mr. Neal. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor. Position 34, theft by shoplifting. The state's recommendation is 12 months, served 36 days, credit for time served 18 days. Defendant was incarcerated April 15th through April 17th of 2024. And again, from July 8th of 2025 to current, the balance will be probated. Completion of an anti-theft course. Stay away from CVS Pharmacy at 2555 Bolton Road, Northwest Atlanta, and a $500 fine. This is a global offer with case 24CR005632C and 25CR003879C. Position 35, the state's recommendation is 12 months probation, concurrent with case 24CR001920C. Stay away from CVS Pharmacy, again at 2555 Bolton Road, Northwest Atlanta. This is a global offer, again with 24CR001920C and 25 CR 003879. Position 36, theft by shoplifting. The state's recommendation is 12 months probation concurrent with 24 CR 001920C. Stay away from CVS Pharmacy at 2555 Bolton Road, Northwest Atlanta, and completion of 60 hours of community service. Positions 37 and 38 will be no pros upon entering of the underlying pleas of the underlying offenses, Your Honor. We ask that the defendant stipulate to venue ID and facts of the case for purposes of the plea, and that'll be all for the state.
Yes, Mr. White.
Yes, Your Honor. We just, we do stipulate for the purposes of the plea, as you said, the plea is negotiated. We would ask to convert the $500 fine to 50 hours of community service and ask that his probation terminate upon completion.
So the plea negotiations is for position 34. Instead of the $500 fine, 50 hours of community service, and on position 36, there will be an additional 60 hours of community service. So 110 hours of community service in total. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that I understood. Okay, and I will, if Ms. Harrison doesn't have any objection, convert the fine to community service.
We have no objection, Your Honor. We'll leave it to the judge's discretion, and we have no objection for termination of probation.
Mr. Neal, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 001920C, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. In case 24 CR 005632C, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. And in case 25 CR 003879C, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. Is that right? Speak up for me again. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the pleas as negotiated, Mr. Neal. When you complete the terms of the probation, it will terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation. And you cannot go back to that CVS store on Bolton Road. You understand that?
Sure.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome.
Next is position 45, Mr. Simmons.
Negotiated pleas, well, Judge.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Simmons. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. Can you raise your right hand? Good morning, sir. Will you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right. You can place your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Simmons. Yes, Ms. Harrison.
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is 12 months, served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. The defendant has been incarcerated since July 8th. Balance will be probated, a BHET, no further contact with Viola Turner, a stay away from 778 Dill Avenue, Southwest Atlanta, completion of 60 hours of community service. And the state asks that the defendant stipulates a venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea. That'll be all for the state.
So stipulated, Your Honor, and we just ask the probation terminate once he completes his requirements.
The state has no objection.
Mr. Simmons, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003865C, you wish.
One second, please, Judge. We're good to go, Judge.
Okay. And Mr. Simmons, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003865C, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And you understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
I understand.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Simmons. Will you complete the terms? I'll have it terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. So I'm going to ask Ms. Glenn if she could speak with Ms. Simmons as well. Thank you.
Next are positions 43 and 44, Mr. Shelley.
Judge, we're just asking for a bond reinstatement on this case. He missed court April 8th. He was incarcerated here in Fulton County at the time, and he had posted a bond. So we're asking if that bond be reinstated.
Okay, and I take it that you won't have any objection to that, Ms. Harrison, once any paperwork that you need is supplied. Can you see Ms. Harrison that he was in custody?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, can I see my Zoom is a little behind you. Can I see when he was in custody?
He was in custody when he was supposed to be in court.
There in the calendar, he's been in jail 103 days. That's what you're offering for time served. And this is April 8th is the offense date on position 43. So that is.
Yeah, I believe I think this feels familiar. So we would agree, Your Honor, but we have not been provided with that paperwork. Mr. White, do you have that to prove that he was incarcerated?
I'm looking at the calendar, which
Okay.
shows the offense date of his missed court is April 8th of this year. He's been incarcerated for 103 days here per your offer on 44.
I will say that we're showing his arrest date was April 11th, 3 days after he missed court.
Right.
Well,
And the offense date that we have is the 3/8 of 2023 for the theft by shoplifting.
Right, that's the shoplifting charge. I'm talking about the failure to appear.
Right. The failure to appear happened at arraignment on April 8th, 2025 before Judge Morrison. The jail screen says he was arrested on our offense April 11th of 2025, which would have been 3 days after arraignment. Apologies, ASG Harrison. I'm just trying to,
Thank you.
just looking at the jail screen.
Forgive me. You're giving him credit for 103 days. April 8th was. Can I have 1 second, please?
Yes.
So he was in jail under another name since March. My understanding is Darius Turner. That I do not. I think it might be easy for the state to look that up.
Yes, what did you say the first name was?
Sadarius, Sadeerius.
Okay. And so you're saying he was incarcerated on another matter since March under that name?
That's correct.
Okay. Can you give us a minute and can we go to someone else and come back to him, Mr.
Absolutely.
Stewart? Okay. Okay, thank
Sorry,
you.
my math was off by about 3 days.
Okay. Your Honor, is that fine with you?
Oh, it's fine with me, whatever you all agree to.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll
Okay.
come back to this defendant. Let us verify a couple things.
Okay,
Okay, thanks.
all right, we'll be back with you, sir.
Judge, excuse me, Ms. McLeod's asking if she can go next with her client because she's literally on vacation. She's nowhere in the, in the United States, and her Wi-Fi is very sketchy. And we have two people that she's is asked that can take the conflict. We have two other additional conflict people along with her person on the counter. So is there any way we can take her case? Pierre is one of the case numbers. Person, and I don't know if she got a chance to talk to Michael Thompson, which is position 46 to 48, and position number 8. So she has 8 and 39 through 40 and 46 through 48.
Okay,
I need to Mr. David say I have already spoken to the other two.
Okay, so you need to speak to Mr.
okay, so let me Ms. McLeod, position number 8, Mr. Dennis, have you spoken with him?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, position number 39 and 40, Mr. Pierre, you have spoken with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what are we doing with Mr. Pierre today?
Your Honor, it was supposed to be a plea.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be a time served plea. Mr. Pierre was in the mental health court program, and last week on his last appearance, it was agreed with the prosecution that this would be a time served plea. However, in the office that I received, I see they're asking for him to do either BHET or MHET, but this was not a part of what was agreed with Judge Richardson last week, Friday, when he appeared. It was agreed that it would be a time served plea to all his open cases. And he had a hold for Chambly, and he would probably be transported to Chambly. That was the agreement. I did send an email to ASG Falk explaining this to her.
Okay, Ms. Falk, any of this familiar?
Right. What I did not receive was any written agreement between the Miss McLeod and the ASG and mental health court, Heather Tucker, memorializing any of an agreement to do a time served plea. I did receive an email from Miss Tucker saying that this was going to be returned to the trial from the trial division to SAP, and that if we could place it on the calendar as soon as possible, but that's the only thing I received. So I have no previous agreement from anyone that there was an agreement to time serve. So if Ms. McLeod can email me the agreement that she has with the ASG,
I don't have it. We were all before Judge Richardson last week, Friday, I believe it was. Not last week, Friday, Friday before, I believe, and that was this agreement. And the thing is, right now, I am out of the country, Shelley. I'm in Italy, but I logged in because I wanted to get him to get this out. You understand? That's even why I am on now.
Can you
call
or email Ms. Tucker real quick, Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor, I absolutely can. And ask her if she has any recollection of this plea agreement.
Thank you. That might be the quickest way to get to resolve that. And finally, Ms. McLeod, positions 46 and 48, Michael Thompson. What do we do with Mr. Thompson?
I spoke with Mr. Thompson, Your Honor, and the state's offer is not going to allow him to get out anytime soon. So I am going to file a waiver of arraignment on his behalf in the open cases that he has, and he wants to go and to be placed on the next available trial calendar.
Okay, so we'll follow, get a waiver for Mr. Thompson.
Give me,
So
Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I did not agree with that, Your Honor.
is this Mr.
Did he
Thompson
say he doesn't
informing now?
agree with it?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, what do you want, Mr. Thompson? Do you want to accept the state's plea offer?
I haven't spoke with you, man. I really don't know what's
You
going
just spoke to
on.
her on the phone.
I know, but I still don't know what's going on. I really don't.
Ms. McLeod, let's see. Are you gonna be back in
Your
town
Honor,
next? Are you gonna be back
He
in
is
town
not
next?
the state's plea offer will not allow him to get out anytime soon. Their plea offer is for him to spend 180 days, credit for time served 7 days. So if he could be placed on,
I understand, but since he is, it doesn't seem like he's that, it seems as though maybe you need to speak with him more. And if you're gonna be back in town next week, I can just put this on
Yes,
next week's calendar.
next week. Yes, that
Okay.
would be perfect, Your Honor, because
All
it seems
right.
like he doesn't really understand. And I will go down to the jail and speak to him when I get back.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So, sir, I'm gonna put you on my calendar for next Tuesday so that you can work all this
That's
out
fine,
with
Your
Ms.
Honor.
McLeod, okay? So I'll see you back next
Yes, Your
Tuesday.
Honor.
Thank you.
I was not able to speak to Mr. Dennis. The state has a time served plea offer for him.
Mr. Dennis is downtown court.
So he's not gonna be here today?
He's downtown.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna reset him for next Tuesday as well.
Thank you, Your Honor. That
Okay.
concludes my business before the court. May I be excused?
And as far as Mr. Pierre is concerned,
Yes.
if Ms. Falk does come back and say that that was the agreement and it's time served,
Yes.
can we get that, are we able to get that taken care of today?
Yes, Your Honor, I can log back on.
Okay, well, just hold on for me for a minute before I let you
Yes, Your
go,
Honor.
so
Okay.
that we can hear from Ms. Falk as far as that's concerned, because I don't want him staying in custody if he doesn't.
And neither do I, Your Honor.
Okay,
And that's
all right.
primarily why I logged on for this.
Yes, thank you, Ms. McLeod. Okay, we'll be with you as soon as we can, Ms. McLeod. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so who do we have now in courtroom 2?
Positions 49 and 50.
And this is negotiated plea, Mr. White.
That's correct, Mr. Thurman.
Good morning, Mr. Thurman. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir, so that I can swear you in? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. You can place your hand down. Yes, Ms. Harrison.
Yes, Your Honor. For position 49, the state's offer is time served, 28 days, credit for time served, 14 days. The defendant has been incarcerated since July 9th. Position 50 will be no pros on entering of the plea to the underlying offense. We ask that the defendant stipulate to venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea. That'll be all for the state, Your Honor.
Your Honor, nothing further.
Okay. Mr. Thurman, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 003522H, you wish to plead guilty to pedestrian soliciting rides or business. Is that right?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Thurman. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Are you ready to go ahead?
Judge, we have petition number 5 and 6, Mr. Daniel Mack for the probation revocation calendar.
Okay.
Mr. White, is that your case, Mr. White? Did you need to speak with him?
I did not know the probation calendar.
Okay, I was told by Ms. Tucker that this was your case.
I mean, I typically don't cases out of ACDC, so. As well as, I didn't have a calendar for a probation violation, so.
Okay, so we do have two people on the probation revocation calendar today. Do we need to get you a calendar, Mr. White, or?
Actually, Judge, we can see what the offer is, and then I can just speak with them. And get it, I eventually need a calendar for any paperwork that I may need to fill out, but as far as the hearing goes.
Okay, who do we have on from probation today?
Good morning, Your Honor. It's Miss Allen on behalf of.
Yes, okay, good morning, Miss Allen.
Your
Let's
Honor,
see, yes.
and I was going to say, Mr. Mack has actually 3 cases. We put only 2 on the calendar, but he actually has 3 cases. The first case, Your Honor, 24 CR 001958C. Your Honor, he was sentenced to probation for the obstruction and theft by receiving. Your Honor, he was required to pay probation supervision fees as well as 40 hours of community service. Your Honor, he has now been in custody since June 10th of 2025. Your Honor, on this particular case is 180 days remaining. I will be asking for this case to be time served and terminated.
Other cases as well that we're dealing with?
And the second case would be the giving false information to police officer, and that is 24 CR 006842C. He was required to pay a fine of $1,634.80. Your Honor, he has been in custody since June 10th. We will be asking for that case to also be time served and terminated.
Okay, and for the.
In his third case, Your Honor, he was sentenced to probation for the charge of simple battery, and that's case number 23 CR 000932C. Your Honor, he's been in custody since June 10th. He is required to do the 8 weeks of anger management. It is enough time to complete the condition of anger management. We will be asking for that case. He'd be allowed to continue on probation.
Excuse me, Miss Allen, not to interrupt you, but on his booking screen, the 2 cases that are on the calendar were the 2 bench warrants that was issued. There's not a bench warrant on the case that you just said on the simple battery. These were the cases numbers that Ms. Cook gave us from her calendar, and I looked them up, and that's why the 2 PV numbers were created. I did not see a bench warrant for the case number you just said for simple battery, and that is not associated with his booking screen for probation violation, only the first 2 that he's in jail for. So that
And actually, I'm the one that actually gave Ms. Cook those cases for Mr. Mack, and I just so happened to notice it was another case in our system. It was filed stamped on April the 4th of 2025. So I thought it would probably be best to go ahead and hear that case so that warrant won't pop up later and hold him in custody.
Okay, so I guess my concern is that since that warrant is not associated with his booking screen, and you're indicating this case and it's not on today's calendar, are you going to send something to the jail to withhold that warrant?
Yes, I will.
Oh, okay, because I don't have, like I said, I can add that case number to my revived calendar, but I can't, like I said, I don't want it to, because he's not in there for that charge. And, they got him for the probation violation, and I just didn't want no mix up.
Confusion, correct. Okay, well, definitely the 2 cases that was asked for this to be added on the calendar, I do have those 2 cases before me right now. And Your Honor, for those 2 particular cases, I will be asking for the cases to be time served and terminated.
Do you need to speak with him about that, Mr. White?
I can ask him if he understands, and if he wants to call, we can do that. So Do you understand what they're saying? Those two probation cases will be terminated. It'll be time served. And you're just going to continue on the other case.
He said he wants to talk to you, Mr. White, so we'll give you a call and for him too.
Okay, no worries. Always such a shit show.
Okay, while Mr. White is doing that, do we have any cases of Ms. Tucker's that we can take?
I do
Yes,
have an announcement. Sorry about that.
No, go ahead,
Yes,
Ms.
sir.
Tucker.
I was just gonna make an announcement to the court. Position 15, Miss Elise Gatas. She is going to be entering a not guilty plea, so I'll be submitting a waiver on her behalf.
Okay, so we've been trying to get Ms. Goddess placement, Ms. Tucker, from the last 2 weeks here so that she can handle some other issues that she has. Have you had the opportunity to speak with her father on that?
Yes, I spoke with her and I spoke with her father and I spoke with her again. And we've come to this conclusion all together essentially.
Okay, so at this point, the case is going to be returned to the division judge and she'll get notification of her next hearing date. Is that correct?
Well, Your Honor,
Mr. Goddess?
pardon me, I didn't mean to interrupt, Your Honor.
No, you're fine.
Your Honor, I spoke with counsel. We have a provider in place here locally, Tangu Treatment Center, as a condition of bond. However, she has a hold out of Glenn County that's going to take her down there on a probation issue. In the event that I would like to have the court accept the information for Tangu, the treatment center, in the event that Glenn County does not come back and pick her up timely, because we're going to make her bond today, so that she can process down to Glenn County. In the event they don't show up, then we would have the bond, and the court had asked us to get approval for a treatment center, and we have at Tangu Treatment Center over in Marietta. And so I don't know if the court wants to put that particular place in the bond because it had mentioned it, that if she got released, that it wanted some treatment in place. But realistically, Your Honor, assuming Glenn County picks her up, then their programs down there with the domestic violence and the drug court arrangements will probably meet the requirements of the court for any bond condition at that point. That's what we would.
Okay, so at this point in time, the only thing I know is that a waiver is being filed. I'm not, I don't remember what the bond is, but
It's
what the
a
requirements were.
$4,000 surety bond.
Okay. And so what you're telling me is that's going to be made and that she possibly will go to the other county to deal with whatever she has to deal with there.
And Your Honor, I'm her mother, and I would like to say she really did want to do that Tangu if possible. It's a 3-month living facility, so I don't know if that's a possibility, but we do have that letter in place where she's accepted and she's had her interview with them already.
Okay. So, Ms. Tucker, just so I'm unclear as far as what the request of the court is.
I was just making an announcement that she's entering a not guilty plea. I mean, a not guilty.
Okay, so I understand that, and normally that just means that it's going to be returned to the division judge. As far as the bond goes, was there, and I don't have the bond before me, so I don't know any as to what the bond requires at this point. Was there a request for a bond modification? If there's not a request for a bond modification, then we're done this morning.
I'm not sure if the initial bond needed to be modified. I don't have that in front of me. One moment. Do you have the bond order, Ms. Folk, for this case?
I can pull it up. Just a moment.
So I have the bond order up. It just has no further contact with Terry Gaddett and David Gaddett. and stay away from, the 155 full drive, one-time return, no driving without proper credentials, and a social work visit that was signed, no alcohol, no drugs, that was signed by you on July, like here on July of 2025.
Okay, and it
July
was,
the 1st.
it was a surety bond, is that
Yes,
right?
a surety bond, $4,000 total.
Okay, and I think that and it's my understanding, Mr. David Gaddis, is that you're planning on making that bond on behalf of your daughter.
We are, Your Honor, based on the verbiage in that bond.
Okay, and I think that I think that my thinking at the time was that if you had her some placement, then I was going to make this a signature bond as opposed to a surety bond, condition that she would go somewhere. But if you're telling me that that's not necessary, or that you don't want me to do that at this point, so that then I'm happy to proceed how we're proceeding.
Your Honor, may I say something? I don't mean to interrupt. I'm her mother. I know that's where she really wanted to go. She wanted to go to placement for 3 months. She really wanted to do that. She said, Mom, I really want to do this.
Okay, I understand that, but thank you, ma'am. But this has to be a request of her lawyer to me that's going to be signed off on also by the state here. So and I'm happy to have her go into some type of inpatient treatment if that's the requirement, but given the complication that she has another hold, then that's we'll have to deal with that hold before she goes anywhere.
Okay.
Your Honor, based on that and the language in the bond, I'd only ask that she be no violent contact bond. At least I'm asking the state as victims that there be no violent contact bond with Mrs. Gaddis or myself, and that she be allowed to return to 155, because eventually that would be the point of destination for her once she's completed.
Okay, you went out there, Mr. Gaddis, so
But
it's my
essentially, I
understanding.
believe he was asking for no further violent contact with both parents and to not have the stay away.
Falk.
Your Honor, that is completely up to the court. The state does object to it, given how many cases Ms. Gaddis has, including the one that is pulling her back towards Savannah. She has a number of cases against her mother already. I don't know if this is, I understand the complications, but she is racking up cases.
Okay.
It is part of the drug court program. So there's going to be some therapeutic process that goes into place before she would be allowed to leave and or even return to another drug program or some type of probation inpatient treatment. There's going to be something before she leaves Glenn County between that point and her parents. But not allowing her back to here would no longer make her a resident of Fulton County.
So I'm going to at this point in time, since Mr. and Ms. Gaddis have been working so closely with their daughter, I'm going to allow contact and that she can return. So I'll modify the bond to that extent. Now, if she is picked up and taken to the other county on this hold. Once she returns, then we'll just go from there, I guess, as far as placement goes.
Your Honor, that wouldn't be a hold in place once she completes Glenn County. That would be just, she's out on bond.
Right, that's correct.
She's not eligible for a signature bond on that, Your Honor.
Well, I was going to give her a signature bond if there was some placement that she would be going to directly. So, and if there is placement that she will be going to directly when released, then I'm happy to consider a signature bond. But given the complication that she has somewhere else to go prior to that time, I'm going to leave the bond in place with that modification.
One final comment, Your Honor, just that she's returning to Glenn County's drug court program, to which she would be a participant in. So that's where she's already pled into that court. So there is a treatment component in place that could nullify Tengu should she complete that program. And that would be the only reason why signature works. She's going to get transferred there, go directly into a drug court through Glenn County per the plea agreement as it sits today. So she is going into treatment. It's just not here locally. It's going to be in Glenn County through their process there. That's what she's pled into.
Okay. Ms. Falk, any,
Yes, Your Honor.
and I know that we've been dealing with Ms. Goddess for the last 3 weeks at least now. And if Mr. David Goddess, if that is the case, if you have not gotten that information to Ms. Falk, if we could get it to Ms. Falk so that she could review it, so that there would be just more than what you're telling us here. We could get some type of information. Again, I'm happy to review the bond for modification, but I'm sure that Ms. Falk wants some type of assurance that what you're telling us is actually the case.
I can email over to Ms. Falk. I spoke to prior counsel. He's on vacation this week.
And again, you're going in and out, Mr. Goddess, because you're.
Or to Ms. Falk now and let her review it before the end of the calendar, perhaps. Just wrap it up clean. I have the paperwork approving it.
Okay. And again, just for the record, the reason that Mr. Goddess, we can't hear you very well. So you're going to have to keep your head up towards that microphone there so that we can hear what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
And for the record, I'm hearing more from Mr. Goddess because he is an attorney additionally, in addition to being the alleged victim in the case. And this is his daughter that he's working with.
And Your Honor, just to clarify, he is not the alleged victim in the case. Ms. Gaddis is.
Oh, okay, the mother. Okay, so if you all want to, Mr. Gaddis, if you want to work with Ms. Tucker through Ms. Falk to come up with some type of arrangement or consent bond, again, as I've said, I'm happy to consider that.
Let me send out the paperwork now and to Ms. Tucker and to Ms. Falk, and if it's available, then the court can reconsider it. If Ms. Falk doesn't consent to it, then I'm assuming the court would deny that request, and we'll just go forward with the bond as assured.
Okay, that's fine with the court. All right, so if you all work it out and you get me something, then I'm happy to look it over.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all. So, and Ms. Gaddis there, yes, ma'am. I'm going to let you speak with Ms. Tucker. I don't want you speaking in open court here today. We're trying to work this out on your behalf. So Ms. Tucker will be in touch with you. Okay. All right. We've had Madam Interpreter on the line for a while. Mr. White, can we go into that into a breakout room so you can talk with your client here through the interpreter?
We can, Judge. I'm just wondering if we wanted to finish up a couple really quickly before that.
Okay. However you all want to do it, just let me know.
The probation case that we were just dealing with, and then Shelling. See if the state found anything out about Mr. Shelling.
Okay, so the probation case with Mr. Mack. Yes, Mr. White.
Judge, my understanding, he told me he's been in continuous custody since October of 24. So we're fine with time serving, closing the probation, but we just have no violation be found since he was incarcerated.
Okay. Miss Allen, are you still on with me?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay, and do you have that as the case?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. My computer went out. I didn't hear the last part.
He tells me that he's been incarcerated since the 24th of October, since October of 24.
One second. So the last release we have is he was released in November the 13th of 2024.
He says he was not released. may have been released on one charge and kept on another, but
Unfortunately, I don't have that information. I'm kind of just going by what's in the system. But again, Your Honor, I will be asking for both the cases to be terminated.
You referring to the two cases on the calendar today?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
You referring to two cases on the calendar today? to be
That's
determined?
correct.
Okay,
And-
yeah, I just
and
want to make it clear because he has another case that you mentioned that's not on the calendar. I just want to make sure everybody's clear.
right.
Yes, and I just spoke with
Okay.
Ms. Cook concerning that in Judge Dixon's division. For that third case, Your Honor, I will be taking him back before Judge Dixon. I will be requesting a warrant dismissal for that third case that I'm talking about that's not on the calendar. And so we will be doing a dismissal and he will be required to report to Judge Dixon's courtroom.
Okay. So for the two cases that are on the calendar today, positions 3 and position 4, I will accept the recommendation as far as time served, given that he's been incarcerated with no violations to found. All right, good luck to you, Mr. Mack.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, where to next?
Position 44, 43 and 44, Your Honor, is Mr. Schelling. And Mr. White, we did confirm that he was arrested under the Shadarius alias you provided, but it also, the jail caught the alias situation. So his booking date, he was arrested on 4/11. His booking date is 4/12. So all of our time and everything stands as we presented it to you. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, did you have something further?
Yes, I wanted to ask what you were saying earlier about the bond, reinstating a bond. I did have $1,000 surety bond for municipal court. If that's what you were referencing, but that's the only bond information I was able to find for the theft case.
Okay. All right, give me one.
While we're doing that, who's on the iPhone here?
And I just want to correct the record. There is a $3,000 surety bond attached to Mr. Schelling's FTA. So when he was asking about the bond, we'll be referencing that one, the $3,000 surety.
And Your Honor, I don't know if you want to address this now, but I do have an announcement with Ms. McLeod on the Travis Pierre case. We can hold until after this case is concluded if you like.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Buck. Y'all are working me today. I appreciate it.
It's never a dull moment in SAP, Your Honor.
Right.
Judge, Mr. Schelling would just accept the state's offer on position 43 and 44.
Okay. All right, so let's good morning again, Mr. Schelling. If you can raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sure.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor, for position 43, it's a FTA. It'll be null prost up on the plea to the underlying charge. Position 44, theft by shoplifting. The state's recommendation is 12 months, serve 206 days, credit for time served 103 days. The defendant was incarcerated from March 9th of 2023 and subsequently again from April 12th of 2025. The balance will be probated, completion of an anti-theft course, and stay away from Walmart located at 5200 Windward Parkway in Milton, and we ask that the defendant stipulate to venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea.
So stipulated, Judge, recess the probation terminate once he completes his course.
The state has no objection.
And the 103 days, is that on this case alone, or is that another case? Or is that something else?
That would, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. That would be from the, go ahead, Mr. White, 'cause got it.
It may be one, both, but I mean, my understanding is that he was arrested on this. So this time, he does have another case, other cases, Judge. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking, Ron, but.
No, what I'm inquiring because if it's on this case, I'm just more inclined to have this be time served than for him to be done. So I think that's what the court's going to do, okay? All right, so Mr. Schellen, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 000045E, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting, is that correct?
Yes, sir, I do.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right.
I do, yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept your plea, Mr. Schelling. The court sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 206 days, credit for time served 103 days, balance suspended. Stay away from that Walmart.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, I have position number 20, Ms. Johnson.
Okay.
Your Honor, before we address Ms. Johnson, can we address Mr. Pierre since that case, since
Yes.
Ms. McLeod is phoning in from Italy?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Falk. What are we doing with Mr. Pierre?
So I did speak with Ms. Tucker. She strongly states that there was no plea recommendation in place. I did communicate that to Ms. McLeod and let her know that without something in writing that contradicts my ASG's intention, we are moving forward with the plea recommendation that we sent this morning.
Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor, that is what the state says. So I'm going to ask for it to be reset till next week when I'm actually there, because I am quite sure of what was discussed at the last time.
Okay, so we'll also reset Mr. Pierre until 7/29 next week. Okay.
Yes, sure.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes. Enjoy the rest of your
Thank you.
vacation.
Enjoy your
Ms. McLeod.
vacation.
Thank
Ms.
you.
McLeod.
Thank you.
Your Honor, can courtroom 1 and the interpreter get in the breakout room?
Yes. Thank you. We can place Madam Interpreter and courtroom 1 into a breakout room, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And Francois, I'm sorry, will you please tell me again who we have?
Position 20 and 21.
Okay, thank you.
Is that Shanquilla Johnson? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to double check. Thank you.
And Ms. Tucker, this is going to be a negotiated plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Johnson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you please raise your right hand for me? You can. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Can you hear me, Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you can place your hands down. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. On the willful obstruction, the recommendation is time served 34 days, credit for time served 17 days from July 11th to July 13th and of 2024 and July 9th of 2025 until today. On position number 21, the state will null pros that upon the completion of this plea. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Tucker.
We do so stipulate for the purposes of the plea.
Ms. Johnson, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 004624J, you wish to plead guilty to willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct? Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? Say it again for me.
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you to plead guilty? I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Johnson. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank
You're welcome.
Judge, this is position number 23, Ms. Joe Elizabeth.
And yes, Ms. Tucker, what are we doing with Ms. Joe today?
This would be a negotiated plea as well.
Good morning, Ms. Joe. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You can place your hand down, ma'am. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. We do have an update on this case. We did have an opportunity to speak with the victim, Mr. Young Zhu, and he did indicate that he does not want any contact with the defendant, nor does he want her to return to the residence. So that will be a notable change to our recommendation. We obviously spoke with him after we had made the recommendation for no further violent contact, but he does object to any contact at this point. So I just wanted to let the defense know in case that changes the
What's the address
position.
on the stay away request?
I can pull up that address, and it is his residence that he shares with his wife. Let's see. And Your Honor, I do apologize. I just noted that in our victim advocate notes.
Okay.
Okay. It looks like the address is going to be 8080 Innsbrook Drive, Northeast in Atlanta.
Okay, I would like to confer with Ms. Ju to make sure she's okay with the additional conditions before we proceed.
Okay, if
Or
can
are you
confirm-
following Ms. Ju? Do you understand the conditions? No further contact with Mr. Youngju
Yeah.
and to stay away from his residence
Yeah.
at 8080 Innsbrook Drive Northeast? Are you okay with those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you want to proceed? Can you hear me? Do you want to proceed? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Then we'll proceed, Your Honor.
Okay, yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. On the battery case, the recommendation is 12 months served 46 days, credit for time served 23 days from June 29th of 2025 until today. Balance probated, FVIP, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Young Zhu. Stay away from 8080 Innsbrook Drive Northeast in Atlanta and no firearms. Count 2 and count 3 will merge with count 1. And count 4 is going to be 12 months concurrent with count 1. We did leave off count 5, which will also merge with count 4. So I just noticed that that had gotten left off by accident. We did speak to Mr. Youngju. He stated that the defendant has MH issues and was trying to kill him, and he does not want contact with the defendant, does not want her to return back to the residence, and he stated she needs assistance with those issues. He was unable to attend the Zoom, but I would still like to sound for him out of an abundance of caution. Your Honor, I'm not sure if you recall the facts of this case. It was around the same time as Ms. Gaddis's case, but there is had been a previous case that was dismissed that involved Mr. Youngju as the victim in that case as well.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Tucker?
We do stipulate to the facts for the purposes of the plea. And Your Honor, we do request that upon completion of the conditions that she go on non-reporting status.
State has no objection. I mean, the program, the FEI program is 24 weeks, which is 6 months. So if there hasn't been any issues at that point, we don't object to non-reporting.
Given that she is not going to be able to go back to her residence, Ms. Tucker, I think a social worker visit might be in order to assist her with housing if necessary, or with anything else that she might require in that regard. So I'm going to have a social worker visit unless there's some objection from you. Ms. Tucker?
No objection, Your Honor. I was trying to check to see if this was her residence as well as the victim's residence.
It is.
Okay, so no objections, Your Honor.
Okay, and I'm also going to give her a one-time police escort to retrieve any belongings that she might have at that residence. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Nothing further. Ms. Jew, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003691J, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence and simple battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning, ma'am?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right? Did you hear my question, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Jew. I'm going to waive the probation fees for you to help you stay on your feet while you're on probation. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. I'm going to have a social worker visit with you to assist you with housing if you might need that. And you can have a one-time police escort to go back to that residence one time to get your belongings. All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, next I have position number 24 and 25, Ms. King.
And Ms. Tucker, have you had an opportunity to speak with Ms. King, and what are we doing with her today?
Yes, Your Honor. I've spoke with her. This will be a negotiated plea.
Good morning, Ms. King. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Now speak up for me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can place your hand down, ma'am. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months served 36 days, credit for time served 18 days from December 1st to December 3rd of 2024 and July 8th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, FVIP, no further contact with Destiny Barber, stay away from 4035 Lindy Lane in Atlanta, 40 hours of community service, and ADET. We did speak with the victim's grandmother. The victim is a minor. Her grandmother is Anita King. She stated she agrees with this plea and that the defendant does need help with ADET. She does need ADET assistance, and she did state she did not wish to attend the Zoom. Upon the acceptance of this plea, we will enter a null pros on position 25. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Ms. Tucker.
We do so stipulate for the purposes of the plea. And Your Honor, we do request that the initial 3 months of probation fees be waived so that Ms. King has the opportunity to obtain a job.
Okay. Ms. King, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 0078898, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Ms. King, I will waive 2 months of the probation fees to help you get on your feet and get a job. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Tucker.
Welcome. Can we take the interpreter case next?
We can, Judge.
Okay, Madam Interpreter, if you raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret from English to Russian and Russian to English to the best of your ability?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. And it's my understanding that this is position numbers 4 and 5.
That's correct, Judge. We're going to go with a non-negotiated plea.
Будем брать несогласованное заявление сегодня.
And what's not negotiated about it, Mr. White?
Everything except the time, basically. I understand there's some statutory requirements, things like that, but you do have some discretion.
И что не согласовано? Не согласовано время. Мы должны узнать, какое время мы вам дадим, потому что есть некоторые детали.
My calendar says 12 months to serve 80 days, credit for time served 40 days.
That's correct, Judge. I said everything except the time.
Oh, except the time. Okay, so
Мой календарь говорит 80 дней, и что вы уже пробыли 40 дней. Да, совершенно верно. Мы об этом и говорим. Это только время не согласовано.
I'm happy to hear if there's some extraordinary circumstances, but if he's pleading to DUI and this is a first DUI that he's accepting, then unless it's something that is out of the ordinary, I'm going to go with.
Judge, I understand it, but first of all, on a first DUI, VIP is not a requirement under the statute, and neither is ADET. So we think it's very easy to strike those two. Additionally, we would ask that you suspend his fine, which you can do, and suspend the risk reduction. He would have to take that anyway if he wanted to get a license reinstated after the fact. This case is over 10 years old. That's one of the extraordinary circumstances. He did hire an attorney. His attorney died in the process of this case, and he did not understand that the case was still going on. Obviously, there is a major language barrier, and he has no income at this point. So we would ask for, if you must probate him, 40 hours of community service, it's a hardship with the language barrier, the age of the case. We think this is actually a strong case, and it's somewhat of especially given the age, somewhat of a gift just for a guilty plea at all. But because I'm going to call him Vladimir. So the last name was difficult for me to pronounce. He has no income, and the difficulty of him getting around and the language barrier, we're just asking that any consideration on the probation.
Теперь, потому что ваше дело, это 10 лет спустя уже случилось, потому что ваш адвокат погиб при каких-то обстоятельствах, потому что у вас языковой барьер, потому что у вас нет дохода. Предложение 40-часового сервиса, который будет предлагаться, просят сейчас, чтобы, может быть, какие-то вариации сделал судья для вас. Одну секундочку.
Ms. Washington, are you with me?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
May I get Mr. Vladimir's history, please?
Yes, Your Honor. There are 2 prior arrest cycles, and that would include the 2015 DUI. There was 1 FTA in 2024, and then this FTA from 2025. Nothing further.
And that was associated with this case as well, Judge. So all of the arrests are associated with this case. And these failures to appear are 9 and 10 years after the initial arresting.
Сейчас подняли вашу историю, и у вас 2 ареста, который был в 2015 году, и теперешний арест. Все это связано с тем случаем, который случился при вождении под влиянием алкоголя. Поэтому это 9-10 лет уже давности.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Vladimir. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video.
Здравствуйте, мистер Владимир. Сегодня у нас штатный календарный день. Меня зовут Эрик Моров. Я ваш судья.
Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir?
Будьте добры, поднимите вашу правую руку, чтобы присягнуть.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Вы клянетесь, что все показания, которые будете выдавать, это правда, только правда и ничего, кроме правды?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. You can place your hand down.
Можете опустить вашу руку, прошу вас.
Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on this case is 12 months on failure to maintain lane, 12 months concurrent with count 2.
Рекомендация штата за то, что 12 месяцев, видимо, что вы не были в линии, правильно не находились.
And on count 2, the driving under the influence less safe, 12 months serve 80 days, credit for time serve 40 days.
Также за то, что вы вели автомобиль под влиянием алкоголя 12 месяцев и 80 часов пребывания, видимо, в тюрьме, которые 40 часов вы уже прибыли, включается.
DUI risk reduction, a victim impact panel, alcohol drug evaluation and treatment, a $500 fine, and 40 hours of community service.
Вам нужно будет пройти лечение от алкоголя и влияние алкоголических веществ. Вам нужно будет заплатить штраф в сумме $500 и также пройти 40 часов какой-то коммунальной помощи.
There are a few things that I wish to put on the record in regards to the defendant's case.
Есть также некоторые вещи, которые бы я хотела добавить до этого также случая, до этого дела.
The bench warrant for the defendant was issued approximately 3 months after the accusation was filed in May of 2017.
Ваше предупреждение было, видимо, сделано 3 месяца после того, как все случилось. Это было в мае 2017 года.
The defendant was then arrested in May of 2024 and appeared before Your Honor.
После этого подзащитный был арестован в мае 2024 года и предстал перед судьей.
And it was Your Honor who converted his $5,000 surety bond to a signature bond.
И вы, судья, дали вот этот вот залог, который был изначально сделан. Он был $5000. Вы перевернули его в другой.
And within 2 months of Your Honor issuing that bond, the defendant failed to appear again July 10th of 2024.
И после того, как вы, судья, дали ему возможность подписаться и выйти из тюрьмы без денег, в апреле 2024 года он не показался в суде.
Which is why he is back in jail.
Поэтому он находится сейчас в тюрьме.
As far as the recommendation from the state, the statute says that Your Honor may suspend up to that Your Honor may suspend up to 1/2 of the fine if the defendant undergoes treatment in a substance abuse treatment program.
Также вы, судья, сказали штату, что если подсудимый пройдет лечение от наркотических веществ, то сумма срежется наполовину.
Or if the defense argues that this is an economic hardship, Your Honor may order the defendant to pay such fines in installments.
Или, если у вас есть сложность сейчас экономическая и финансовая выплачивать ту сумму, которую вам скажут, то суд позволит вам выплачивать эту сумму частями.
The 40 hours of community service is mandatory per the statute.
40 часов коммуникативных работ – это обязательно.
As is completion of a DUI, alcohol, or drug use risk reduction program.
Также, как и прохождение программы, которая, чтобы вы не использовали алкоголь при вождении машины.
And the clinical evaluation, or ADET, is also mandatory.
Также клиническая оценка, она называется ADET, та, которую вас могут проверять на алкоголь в любое время, это тоже обязательно.
So with the exception of lowering the fine to $300 and removing the victim impact panel, there is very little the court can change as a part of this sentence.
Поэтому только за исключением изменения, уменьшения немножко денег на $300, суд, к сожалению, не изменит ничего больше, только вот эту сумму.
That's all for the state.
Это все, что штат хочет сказать.
And Judge, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain ADET was not required in 2015 when he got the charge. Additionally, these are extraordinary circumstances considering the age of the case. The fact that the first court date was over 2 years after his initial arrest. And then no issues. He hasn't been in any trouble other than this case in his entire life. He's almost 66 years old, has no income. And we think that a time served, maybe some probation, maybe some community services. He does not plan on driving again. If he was to drive again, he would have to get a risk reduction, have to take the risk reduction course in order to get his license back. So we're asking to suspend that.
Судья, дело в том, что вот эта программа, которая была по поводу лечения, она была не обязательна в том году, когда вы нарушили. Также 2 года спустя после инцидента вас пригласили в суд. Также по избежанию срока, уже срок большой этого дела, и потому что вам 66 лет, и вы не входили ни в какие заволочки, ни в чем не участвовали, поэтому просят, чтобы у вас, возможно, был вот только вот этот испытательный период, просят судью.
Anything further from anyone?
And Judge, I would like to note that he says he did change his address with his attorney from our office. And that he just didn't receive notice. So.
His notice was returned.
Также небольшое заявление о том, что вы изменили адрес, и этот адрес, видимо, не передали, что вы его изменили, поэтому вы не получили нотификацию о том, что у вас был суд. Yes.
Okay. So, Mr. White, you can discuss it with him. If he chooses to enter into a plea, I'm going to have him do 90 hours of community service, the alcohol drug evaluation, and any treatment that it may be necessary. And once he does that, I'll have the probation terminate.
Okay, 1 second, please.
Теперь мы с вами обсудим по поводу, у вас будет 90 часов, вам предлагают комьюнити, также оценка того, что вы не употребляете алкоголь, если нужно будет лечение, то возможно это пройти, и тогда будет обсуден срок вашего временного, видимо, пробного срока. Understood.
Judge, we can go forward with that.
Okay.
Мы тогда будем идти по этому поводу. Мы тогда будем идти вот с этими условиями, да? Вы поняли их? Yes. Yes.
And Your Honor, could you repeat what the court is going to order in this case?
Yes, 90 hours of community service. I'm going to convert the $500 fine to 50 hours of community service, along with the other 40 hours of community service. I'll require that he do an alcohol drug evaluation and any treatment that's deemed necessary. It will also be 12 months to serve, 80 days credit for time served. 40 days balance probated with those other two conditions, and once he completes the terms, the probation will terminate.
And Your Honor, the state would object as that is a sentence that's void on its face.
Anything further before I take the plea? Go ahead, Madam Interpreter, I'm sorry.
Теперь я повторю условия, под которые все согласны. 90 часов коммунальных услуг. Там идут $50, которые вы должны были уплатить, они идут за часы, он прибавил. Поэтому у вас будет 90 часов. Теперь у вас должна быть оценка вашего алкогольного состояния. Если вам нужно будет предложат вам необходимое лечение, вам нужно будет его пройти. Теперь 12 месяцев, это 80 часов в тюрьме, у вас 40 часов уже есть, поэтому как только вот этот срок, видимо, 40 будет пройден, у вас полностью закроется дело и полностью закроется все, чем вас обвиняют.
Я понял.
I understood.
Mr. Vladimir, it's my understanding that in case 17 CR 003718E, you wish to plead guilty to failure to maintain lane and driving under the influence of alcohol less safe. Is that correct?
Насколько я понимаю, мистер Владимир, ваше дело 17 CR 003718E, там, где вы вели машину в неправильной полосе, вы признаете себя виновным?
Да.
Yes. You under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Находитесь ли вы сейчас под влиянием каких-то алкогольных веществ или каких-то других наркотических веществ сейчас?
Нет.
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Вас представлял канцлер. Вы удовлетворены помощью, которую он вам оказал?
Да.
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Вы понимаете, что тем, что вы говорите, что вы виновны, вы отказываетесь от права иметь суд с жюри. Вы понимаете это?
Я не понимаю, что это такое. Что это? Я не понимаю.
Interpretation will repeat. Вы понимаете, что, когда вы говорите, что вы виновны, вы отказываетесь от своего права иметь суд с жюри.
Ну, отказывается.
Вы от суда отказываетесь, вы понимаете?
Ну, если суд, вы говорите, неизвестно, когда будет суд, через год, через 5 лет, я что, 5 лет буду сидеть здесь, что ли? Конечно, отказываюсь.
So you're telling me that I will not have the trial, and if nobody knows when the trial is gonna be. So yes, of course, I'm refused to have a trial.
And that you understand that you're giving up the rights involved in a trial.
Mr. Челакасаев, вы понимаете, что когда вы говорите, что вы виновны, вы автоматически отказываетесь от права иметь суд. Вы понимаете это? Говорите «да», если вы понимаете это.
Может быть, я неправильно понимаю. Если я так отказываюсь, тогда что будет? Вот я отказываюсь.
So if I'm refusing to have a trial, yes, I'm refusing to have a trial. So what's going to happen then?
What we talked about.
Мы об этом говорили уже, что будет. То, что вам сказали перед этим.
The judge just needs to know that you understand that you don't get a trial. Nothing else has changed that we talked about.
Помните, это формальность. Судья должен спрашивать вас, понимаете ли вы то, что мы обговорили, и вы, признавая себя виновным, вы отказываетесь от суда. Вы понимаете это?
Понимаю.
I understand. Okay.
And you understand and you do not want a trial in this matter. You understand that you have a right to have a trial, and it's my understanding that you do not want to have a trial. Is that correct, sir?
И насколько я понимаю, вы понимаете, что у вас может быть суд, но вы отказываетесь от суда, верно?
Как не могу понять это, как понять, отказываюсь, не отказываюсь.
I could not understand. Do I refuse or do not refuse? Your Honor, this is your interpretation speaking. Let me rephrase to him so he will understand.
Okay, thank you.
Мистер Челкасаев, это формальности, которые должны говориться в суде. Это верификация и подтверждение, что когда вы говорите, что вы виновны, вы сейчас принимаете все условия, которые вам сказали, которые были перечислены ранее, да? Когда вы принимаете эти условия, это означает, что вы отказываетесь автоматически от суда. То есть вы должны сказать, да, я понимаю, что я принимаю условия и отказываюсь от суда. Вы понимаете это?
Все понял.
I understood everything. I understood it.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Кто-нибудь вас заставил или уговаривал, чтобы вы приняли условия, чтобы вы сказали, что вы виновны?
Нет, никто не заставлял.
No, nobody did this.
I'll accept your plea.
Я принимаю ваши молитвы.
The court sentence will be on the DUI, 12 months to serve 80 days, credit for time served, 40 days, balance probated.
Ваш суд говорит вам, что у вас, вы поговорите с 12 месяцев, это 80 дней, 40 дней уже будут считаться, которые у вас будет пробный период.
Alcohol drug evaluation and treatment, 90 hours of community service.
У вас будет оценка алкоголя и на наркотики, а также, если необходимо будет лечение, у вас будет 90 часов коммунальных работ.
And the case will go, once he completes the terms, I'll have it go non-reporting.
Как только вы закончите все эти условия, ваше дело будет закрыто и не будет никакого отчета, оно будет полностью закрыто.
And for the failure to maintain lane, 12 months concurrent with count 2.
И также за то, что вы не следили, были не в правильной полосе, это также будет это же условие.
Good luck to you, sir.
Удачи вам, сэр.
If I could have a brief breakout again with the interpreter with him, to explain, just to make sure he understands.
Мы сейчас войдем еще в одну комнату с переводчиком, чтобы вам еще раз объяснили. Хорошо?
Хорошо.
All right.
So if we can put them into a breakout room. Miss Grace. Who do we have in ACDC?
This is going to be position number 29, Ms. Marshall.
Ms. Tucker, this is your case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Negotiated plea.
For Ms. Marshall, it'll actually be non-negotiated.
Okay, good morning, Ms. Marshall. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. You can place your hand down. Ms. Washington, may I get the history, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Give me one moment. Your Honor, can I have about 2 minutes? I'm sorry.
Okay. So while I'm waiting for that, Ms. Harrison.
Yes, Your Honor. This incident occurred on January 26, 2025. Officers were dispatched to 1975 Campbellton Road for a vandalism call. When they arrived on scene, they met with Mr. Khalid Ali, who advised them that the defendant had vandalized an ice cooler in front of his store and poured gasoline on the cooler and into a nearby trash can. Mr. Ali actually identified the defendant as the person who had committed this incident, and she was yelling in the background, advising that she had done it and would do it again while officers were on scene.
I'm sorry, Ms. Harrison. Tell me what she did again.
She took a ice cooler in front of his store and poured gasoline onto the ice cooler and put it into a trash bin and was dousing it with gasoline. When
Okay.
officers arrived on the scene, she was standing nearby yelling that she would do it again because Mr. Ali had hired her but had not paid her the full amount of her wages. So she was actively making threats to him when officers were on scene, stating that she was going to continue to damage his property. The cooler itself, the ice cooler, was actually worth over $2,000, but employees were actually able to clean it and get all of the gasoline and residue off of it. So that amount wasn't, an aggravating factor. And she was placed under arrest. Your Honor, the state's, would you like our recommendation as well?
Yes, please.
Okay. The state's recommendation is 12 months, serve 176 days, credit for time served 176 days. The defendant has been incarcerated since January 28th of 2025. The balance will be probated, completion of a 12-week anger management course, no further contact with Khalid Ali. Stay away from BP gas station at 1975 Campbellton Road, Atlanta. And that will be all for the state.
Madam Interpreter, we appreciate your help today. I'm not sure if Mr. White needs your assistance anymore. I see that you're back out of the breakout room. Are you all complete?
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Yes, I'm just here to let you know that I'm done, and if you miss me, and I put the end time as 11:15.
Very good. Thank you so much for helping us out
Wonderful.
today.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
your
Have a great day.
patience. You too. Yes, Ms. Tucker.
Yes, in this case, we were requesting, a time served, um, without the additional requirement of the 12-week course, anger management course, due to Ms. Marshall having the pending arson charge in case 25 PI 00714. She won't be released upon entering a plea today. And at the resolution of the arson case, I'm sure there's going to be additional conditions on there. She may be required to do anger management at that time, but we're requesting time served. She has been incarcerated on this charge since January 28th. And she would like to not have to do probation.
So she was charged with criminal trespass and arson. So is that right, Ms. Harrison?
Yes.
In this
Yes,
case,
Your Honor.
and they're the same circumstances.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. And Ms. Washington, have you gotten what you need?
Yes, Your Honor. I do have it, and my apologies.
That's fine.
There are 26 arrest cycles. As mentioned, there is an open case for an arson from January of this year. There is a 2024 felony conviction for an aggravated assault. There was an FTA from 2022. Another felony conviction for aggravated assault in 2019. There was a misdemeanor conviction in 2011 for criminal trespass. A 2011 felony conviction for aggravated assault. In 2010, there was a misdemeanor conviction for criminal trespass and felony conviction for terroristic threat. There was also a disorderly conduct from 2007 and a simple assault and criminal trespass also from 2007, as well as a 2006 willful obstruction.
Thank you, Ms. Washington. I appreciate it. Ms. Harrison, what was her bond on
her criminal
criminal
trespass?
trespass?
It was a let me get back to that page. I just had, I think it was a
$5,000
$5,000.
through pretrial services, and she pretrial surrendered her on that bond. That's
Yes,
why.
and it was issued by you, Your Honor, on January 27th. Thank you.
So, I'm sorry. So she got a bond for the arson and she got a bond for the criminal trespass. And the bond initially for the criminal trespass was a pretrial bond.
Correct on the pretrial bond for the criminal trespass. I'm not sure if she got a bond on the arson charge because she's been incarcerated since January. So I don't, Ms. Tucker,
I don't believe she's received a bond on the arson charge.
It wouldn't seem
Okay.
so.
Yes.
Yes,
The bond on the
sorry, she's
arson,
not been able to make the bond on the arson.
right?
That's
It's
why.
7,500 surety bond.
That's
So
what
she really has not been incarcerated on this charge. I mean, she's been in custody, but not because of this charge, the criminal trespass.
It's because of the arson, 7,500 surety. Yes.
All right. So something's going on with Ms. Marshall, Ms. Tucker. So I'm not, and the fact that I gave her a pretrial bond on this. I think that she still, either I think that she needs an MHET or the anger management. So if you rather that she has an MHET, I'm happy to order an MHET. If she wants to continue with the 12 weeks of anger management, so it's going to be either or.
Sorry, I don't know what she's nodding her head to.
You need to talk to her to let her
Yeah.
know, to explain to her what mental health evaluation is?
With the mental health evaluation, she would be able to do the evaluation without having to be on probation for this. That's what we're trying to resolve here. So she's not at the resolution of both of her cases having to report to two probations. Because other than the 12-week anger management course, they're offering time served.
Yes, so that, yeah, I mean, the MHET or BHET would just be for the completion of the evaluation. The 12-week anger management is 12 weeks. Your Honor, we're fine with either the 12-week or the MHET.
So you want to discuss that with her, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, I'm going to give ACDC a quick call.
Okay, thank you. All right, so while you do that, who do we have in courtroom 2?
It's probation 1 and 2, Judge, Mr. Davidson.
Okay, and have you had the opportunity to speak with him and get what you need, Mr. White?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Allen, are you with me?
Yes, Your Honor. Is this for Mr. DeAnthony Davidson?
Yes, positions 1 and 2.
Your Honor, he was sentenced to probation for the charge of criminal trespass, where he was required to complete 40 hours of community service. As of today, we have not received documentation of community service. Your Honor, he has now been in custody since June the 18th of 2025. Your Honor, we are asking that his case be time served and terminated.
No objection, Judge.
All right. Recommendation. Good luck to you, Mr. Davidson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that concludes my business. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. White, on the DV bench warrant calendar, I believe we have Mr. Irby on the line. Would you mind speaking with him?
Not at all, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Irby, can you come on camera for me? Mr. Irby, are you with me? Javari Irby?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna have you contact Mr. White so he can represent you on this matter today. So can you take down a phone number and give him a call, please?
But yes, this won't, I was trying to resolve the case in my, in a, hold on.
Okay, I'll have him talk to you, Mr. Irby.
Let me step out.
Okay?
Oh, sorry about that. Yes, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't trying to get in no further trouble because I was on.
Hold on, Mr. Irby. Mr. White's gonna talk to you. He's with the public defender's office, so I'm gonna have him speak with you regarding this matter today, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I need for you to take down a number so that you can give him a call.
Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Sorry about that. Hold on. All right. What's the number?
404 612
Starts with 612?
404.
Okay, I'm sorry. 404 612.
Yeah. 2060.
2060. Okay.
Okay, and Mr. Irby, after you speak with Mr. White, when you come back on camera, I'm gonna need for you to put a shirt on, okay?
Okay, sorry about that, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, very good. So go ahead and give him a call.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, sorry about that, Your Honor. Ms. Marshall is agreeable to the 12 weeks of anger management. We would just ask that it terminate upon completion of the conditions.
The state has no objection, Your Honor.
Okay. Nothing further. Ms. Marshall, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 0000421J, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
I am.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Marshall. When you complete the terms, I'll have the probation terminate. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Judge, next I have positions number 30 through 32, Mr. Mays.
Okay.
Also a negotiated plea, Ms. Tucker?
30349.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, apartment number or the house or what? Okay.
And do we have anyone in courtroom 2 there that can mute?
On this case, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Mays. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Speak up for me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor, the state's recommendation for count 1, theft by receiving stolen property, is 12 months served 94 days, credit for time served 47 days. The defendant was incarcerated June 26th through July 12th of 2024, and subsequently again on June 23rd of 2025. The balance will be probated. Restitution to be paid to William Parker. No further contact with William Parker. A stay away from the Hadley Apartments at 770 Juniper Street, Northeast Atlanta. Completion of an anti-theft class. Count 2, criminal trespass, will be 12 months probation consecutive with count 1. And positions 30 and 31 will be no prost upon the plea to the underlying offenses. And we ask that the defendant stipulate to venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea. And that'll be all for the state, Your Honor.
What is the amount of the restitution?
Can we leave it open for 30 days? I had approximately $200, or you could set it at $200.
Okay, what was it for?
A Toomey bag. Give me just one second. I'll give you the particulars. Mr. Mays. Yeah, it's a Toomey bag, TUMI. And there were items in the bag, but mostly cards. So the Toomey bag, and then there was some charges. So about $200, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna say restitution not to exceed $200, Ms. Tucker, okay?
Your Honor, in regards to the restitution, based on the police report as well as speaking with Mr. Mays, I'm under the belief that the bag has been returned to the victim.
Have you all spoken with the victim, Ms. Harrison?
Give me just one second, Your Honor. I'll confirm it. I don't think I saw that in the notes, but give me just a second. I'll confirm. Okay, he did receive the bag back, but everything in the bag was still missing, including his ID, important work documents, and credit cards. And he did request restitution for his items.
And
Can you
those
hear-
items are what you're requesting the $200 for?
Yes.
When did you speak with him?
This
Or when did your
conversation,
office speak with him?
this was for the note from June 27th. We did try to contact him again, on the 10th. And we weren't able to get a contact with him.
ASG Harrison, please check your chat.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, it was his wallet was in the bag, the credit cards, and a $500 Mont Blanc pen. Yeah, and we last spoke with him in January. Oh, I'm sorry, I had the order wrong here. Okay, he did get the Mont Blanc pen valued at $500. So the restitution will need to amend that to the $500 because he did confirm that that was the actual amount for the Mont Blanc pen. So the restitution would be for the pen and the wallet, Your Honor.
I'm going to leave, it's not to exceed $500. I'm gonna leave that open for 30 days. Ms. Tucker, he's gonna have to prove that that he had the pen and that it was valued at $500.
Yes,
Tucker?
Your
Okay, anything further?
Honor. Mr. Mays also wanted to know if he will be allowed to enter a no-low plea on these charges.
Harrison?
I will have to check his prior convictions. Give me just 1 second, Your Honor. No low. Okay. Your Honor, I believe.
Your Honor, if I may, it does look like the defendant pled no low to theft by shoplifting in 2025 with Atlanta Municipal Court.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
Thank
trying to
you.
confirm that disposition. Thank you, pretrial. Yes,
Thank
so
you.
I don't believe he'll be able to move forward with the no low plea, Your Honor.
He's not eligible, Ms. Tucker. Does he want to
Yes, Your
continue
Honor.
with the guilty plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything further?
No.
Okay. Mr. Mays, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 004183D, you wish to plead guilty to theft by receiving stolen property and criminal trespass. Is that correct? You have to speak up for me, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, I am.
Do you understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Mays. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. Good luck to you, sir.
Next case, Judge, is position 6 and 7, John Davis.
Also a negotiated plea. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Davis. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can place your hand down. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. On this case, for the count of simple battery, the state's recommendation is 12 months, serve 96 days, credit for time served, 48 days from June 5th, 2025 until today. Balance suspended, no further contact with Muhammad Gueye, Gueye. Position number 7 is will be null prost upon the conclusion of this plea. Your Honor, just to give you a little bit of background, this was an incident occurred in the jail and the victim is no longer in the jail. So we're just asking that he have no further contact and suspending the balance.
Okay. Ms. Tucker?
We do stipulate to the facts for the purpose of the plea, and we're requesting 2 months of probation fees to be waived to give Mr. Davis the opportunity to get on his feet. And
Balance was suspended, Ms. Tucker.
I'm sorry.
Am I wrong about that, Ms. Falk?
No, Your Honor,
Yes,
that is correct.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Davis, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 0070009A, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Davis. Good luck to you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome. Let's see, position number 16 with Frederick Hart. What are we gonna do with that case, Mr. White?
Your Honor, we're gonna have to reset him the next week. He apparently is in court downtown.
Okay, so 16 is reset to 7/29. Anything further there, Francois?
No, I just wanted to say we're completed here at ACDC. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. We'll see you next time. Does that complete the 9 o'clock calendar? Well, position. Yeah. Did we cover everyone?
No, we still got to hold on that other gentleman, that MOU DILOU. What are we doing with him? That was Mr. White's case.
Which one? What position?
Hold on, Judge. Let me get
33?
Yeah, 33.
We entered a plea for that.
What he's gonna do?
We entered a plea for that. We took a plea on that one.
We didn't
I
get
think-
we didn't get through
No,
the
we didn't
plea.
get through that on that plea. Mm-mm.
Also we have positions 41 and 42. 41 is a reset. 42 is not guilty.
That is correct. And what was the, 46 through 48? It said needed a conflict attorney appointed. Do we know if one was appointed for that?
Yeah. Yes, Ms. McLeod was appointed as reset to next Tuesday.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. White, we didn't get through the plea on him.
Oh, I did have a plea, and then I also have in my notes waive. This, did we announce that we would be waiving it?
No, you were going to talk with him because we got to the end of the plea, I believe, and then he stated that he didn't want to plead guilty, I believe.
That's correct, Judge. And we're going to waive that. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Okay, no, you're fine.
Yes.
Okay, so before we go over the calendar, let's just would Mr. Irby come back on the line with us?
He is, Judge.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
Your
sir.
Honor. Ms. Folk, have you had an opportunity to review the documents Mr. Gottis sent over?
I have not. Give me
Position.
just a moment while we address.
Why don't you all talk about that after court today? And if
Okay.
you can come up with an agreement, you can get it to me.
Yeah,
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, I know that we've had that going on for a while, so.
And Brenton Dennis, position 8, was that a waiver of arraignment?
I've got reset, it's Ms. McLeod's.
Reset
Right.
to the 29th. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, so I have that Mr. Irby missed a court date before Judge Taylor in April.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Why?
Your Honor, he said he never received notice. Just to be safe, I got his address. I'm not sure if it's the same address we have on file. My understanding it is the first time he's missed in this case, but.
Okay, where did the notice go? Do we have the notice? Where did the notice go? I want to make sure it doesn't happen again if that's the case.
The notice went to 2735 High Tide Drive, College Park.
Is that a 30349?
30349, correct.
That is his current address, Judge. He just said he didn't receive the notice.
Okay, well, apparently a notice was mailed out to your proper address, Mr. Irby. You're gonna have to make sure that you stay in touch with the court, so that you don't miss another court date. It's my practice that I will set aside a bench warrant on one occasion. I'm doing that today, so make sure you stay in touch with the court because if you don't show up the next time, the bench warrant's not gonna be set aside. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, if nothing further, you have a good rest of your day, Mr. Irby.
Your Honor, I just do want to put on the record that we object to the lifting of this bench warrant. I understand the court's practice, but this isn't the first bench warrant this defendant has had. It is the first one he's had in this case, not the first one he's had here in Fulton County. His actual most recent bench warrant was in 2023 on another simple battery family violence involving the same victim.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Paul. So just so you know, Mr. Irby, make sure to show up next time, otherwise there's stringent objection to it being lifted.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, good luck to you, sir. Ms. Lewis, if that completes everything, whenever you're ready for us.
Okay. Okay. Everybody hear me?
Yes, we can
Okay.
hear you a little bit.
Okay, can y'all hear me now? Is that better?
Much better.
Okay, I gotta keep my head up. Okay, for the DV bench counter, we all know that just got reset, further notice. The probation verification counter, all the positions were commute to time served. Okay. Going to the regular counter, position 1 and 2 was released, cases reset, further notice. Position 3 is reset 1 week out with the rest of the cases that he has, additional cases, so that will be next Tuesday, SAP, which is gonna be July the 29th. Position 4 was a plea, position 5 was null pros. Position 6 was a plea, position 7 was a null pros. Position number 8 is reset for SAP next Tuesday, July the 29th. Ms. McLeod's gonna be representing him. Position number 9 and 10, defendant was released. The case is reset further notice. Position number 11, it said transfer to the DA's office. I don't have a transfer order.
Right. There's a recommendation on there because the DA's office did not accept the case. So we did place a recommendation and submit it. If we can, because it includes more jail time, if we can reset it to the 29th, that'll give the defense an opportunity to speak with Mr. Dodson.
Okay, so it's not gonna be transferred.
That
Okay.
is correct.
Correct. Okay, thank you. Position number 12 was a plea. Position 13 was null pros. Position 14 was a plea. Position 15 is reset for jail jury, further notice, defendant waiver arraignment, not guilty, waiting for amended bond condition if one is gonna be produced down the road. Position number 16 is reset for SAP July the 29th. Position 17, 18 is waived jury, reset for trial, further notice. Position number 19 was a plea. Position 20 was a plea. Position 21 was non-pros. Position 22, not guilty, waive arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. I think somebody was on the line questioning him about his condition. I guess he must have some image problem. I don't know if anybody saw it in the chat, but I refer her to the PD office anyway, so she get more information. Position number 23 was a plea. Position 24 was a plea. Position 25 was non-pros. Position 26 is reset for the SAP counter for August the 5th. Yep. Position numbers 27 and 28, same announcement, reset for SAP August the 5th. Position 29 was a plea. Position 30 was non-pros. Position 31 is non-pros. Position 32 was a plea. Position 33, waiver arraignment, not guilty, case is reset for trial, further notice. Position 34 was a plea. Position 35 was a plea. Position 36 was a plea. Position 37 was non-pros. Position 38 was non-pros. Position 39 and 40 is reset for the SAP 729. Position 41 is going to be reset to the SAP for August the 12th. Position 42, waiver arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Position 43 was non-pros. Position 44 is a plea. Position 45 was a plea. Position 46 and 47 and 48 are all reset to the SAP July the 29th. Ms. McLeod will be representing him. Position 49 was a plea. Position 50 was non-pros. Position 51 was a plea, and position 52 was a plea. Any questions or corrections? Yes, ma'am.
I just want, I've recorded this part, but I just wanted to confirm the social work visits that I'm gonna see, and I have Mr. White, Miss Joe, and one more person, Mr. Neal. From my understanding, I think those were the people that I needed to see.
Correct.
And
Correct.
Miss King, position 24 as well, if you could, Miss Glenn.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, any,
That's correct. That's it for my end.
okay, you have everything you need, Mr. Gaddis?
Your Honor, yes, I would just ask to be excused. I've submitted the information to the state. I've conversed with the public defender. She has the general understanding of what we're hoping to accomplish. Whatever they work out, if the court could execute that consent order, whatever it is, with the conditions, as soon as possible, we'll be getting her transported ASAP.
Okay, if you all get something worked out, Ms. Lewis will get it to me and I'll get it signed and entered. So good luck to you.
I need the court's help with this. I really do appreciate that.
Not a
Just make sure
problem.
y'all send all y'all non-pros orders to me, ASG, and all the paperwork from the PD.
Okay, thank you all. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Have a good rest of your week.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.